What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Have At It, Episode 9. My name is Ben Cornett. Tonight, we're going to discuss the Super Bowl matchup. It is finally here. Super Bowl weekend, the big game. It's going down between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, it's been a while since we've seen some football, but not only are we going to see some football this weekend, but this will be the last football game, unfortunately, that we're going to see for the rest of the NFL season. So, man, I'm excited about this matchup. You got the two number one seeds making it. The last few years we've had at least one number one seed make it, but not too often that we have both number ones from the AFC and the NFC meet up. And I think it's great because you get the two best teams. We're going to finally see who the best team is in the NFL this year. And I got to say, when you look at the matchup between Philly and Kansas City, they're almost even. I mean, they both are really in every category, like offense, defense, trenches, quarterback, receivers, running backs, tight ends. They're almost even. And that's rare. That's rare to have in a Super Bowl. So, I'm excited for this matchup. I think this is going to be a very good game. I cannot wait to talk about this, and I cannot wait any longer to bring this guy in. He is a co-host of mine on NFL Edition every Thursday night. So let me add him in here. He's Mr. Alec Schomber. Alec, how you doing tonight?
I was gonna say you have to get something downstairs, but I guess fuck it, right? Let's go straight to introductions. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, man?
The week started off bad, and then Wednesday came around.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed my week.
Oh, okay. Did you win any big money?
No, our boys came home. That's what I'm happy about. I don't care what anybody says. Any Laker fan can call him a bust, trash, overrated, should have been in the league, can't play his position. But that's 5 reasons that I don't give a fuck. I'm just glad he's home. I don't want him nowhere else but in purple and gold, the way he should have been. Shout out to Lakers management for giving up on him too early. Now he's going to make you guys show that he's going to prove to you guys what you missed out on.
Well, I do agree that Jared Vanderbilt is going to be a nice addition to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you're talking about D'Angelo Russell. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yep. Ice in his veins. Ice in his veins.
Well, we'll see what happens, man. He better step up tomorrow night against
what you guys saw. You saw it when he was immature. It's rookie. It's typical Lakers mindset. That's this. Oh, he's not showing us anything in the first 2 years. Let's just give up on him. Mm-hmm. Nope. He's proved everybody wrong. He's matured in Minnesota when they needed to be. He was a starter. And now he said he wanted to play with AD and LeBron. Guys wish. Just saying.
Well, we'll have time to discuss that in a little while, but right now this is Super Bowl weekend, so we're going to get to it. The Chiefs and Eagles matchup right here, Mr. Schomber. It's a big game.
Chiefs are winning.
You know what did we forget last night to pick our winners for the Super Bowl on the NFL edition?
Well, honestly, before you hopped on the show, before the stream started, me and Alex couldn't decide who to pick, honestly. Me and him were still undecided. But then after seeing 79% of the money is on the Eagles, I'm fading the public. The public can suck this L they're about to take, and I'm taking the Chiefs to win it. Too much public is on the Eagles in every single category.
Mm-hmm.
And Vegas trying to get you to fucking take the Eagles, and I'm taking the Chiefs because I am not losing to Vegas.
Okay. Nope. Well, you've already made your prediction, but before I make mine, let's just hop right into it. Like I said a few minutes ago before you came on, this is an even matchup. I mean, I don't think you can find two teams that are more evenly matched in pretty much every category. We're talking about the trenches. We're talking about offense, defense, even special teams is really good. Uh, this is to me, this is going to come down to the trenches, as they always do. But also, the running game is going to be very important. I think for the Eagles, you got Miles Sanders, and then you got the Chiefs with Isaiah Pacheco, two very good running backs that make both their quarterbacks, look a lot better. We know Mahomes is great, and he's probably got the advantage over Jalen Hurts, but the running game is going to be vital, for both teams. And I kind of give the edge to Philly because you got Miles Sanders, you got Boston Scott. For Kansas City, it's Isaiah Pacheco. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to play in this game, but he hasn't really played as much this year. So yeah, I like the running game for Philly. The receiving game, I gotta go Philly as well. I mean, with Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, two of the better receivers in the league. I know KC's got Juju and they got Valdez Scanley, and the tight ends going to the Chiefs. Travis Kelsey's probably one of the best tight ends in football. Boston Scott. I'm sorry, not Boston Scott. Dallas Goedert. He's a good tight end, but Kelsey's got the advantage there. But defensively, very interesting here. The Philadelphia Eagles had 70 sacks this year, Mr. Schomburg. 70 sacks. And three guys, Hargrave, Graham, and Josh Sweat had 11 sacks apiece. Hassan Reddick led the team with 16 sacks. That's incredible. I mean, that defense is unbelievable. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but you got look who they played. Like,
what do you mean?
Just like you said that one time you said that you before you use that pick against the Eagles, this is your best chance to pick against them. It's like they've beaten San Fran, who had Josh Johnson in quarterback. Like I get it, like it's gonna be one of those things where they have 70 sacks, but all it takes is Patrick Mahomes to run, scramble out of the pocket to avoid the sack, which I hate that I'm picking the Chiefs. I really fucking do because I work with a Chiefs fan who won't stop talking shit about his Chiefs. He doesn't know shit about football. He's a bandwagon Chiefs fan. Only been a fan for like 4 years. So no matter what, if they win or lose, he'll say it's rigged. If they lose, if they win, he'll brag about it. So it's just if you look at the matchups of who they faced, look who the Chiefs faced and who the Eagles faced. The Chiefs faced the Bengals twice, who were a deep threat to go to play at the Super Bowl. The Eagles lost to the Commanders. They beat a secondary. Well, they beat a team that has their third string quarterback play. Hell, they had their running back play at that point. And they beat a Giants team 3 times. But Giants is just it was expected for them to lose in the playoffs. More so like team experience wise.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd rather take the team with the more experience in the Super Bowl, more experienced head coach. Because Nick Sirianni has no Super Bowl experience. Dude's a lug nut. It's a fucking D-bag. And he's going to be crying when the fucking Eagles lose. And technically, one of my friends who's a curse to any team he picks in the Super Bowl, dating back 7 years ago, every single Super Bowl pick he's picked, lost. He had the Bengals last year, lost. He had the Chiefs when we played them, lost. This year he has the Eagles. So
okay. Well, Alec, while I'm in awe to your love and respect for the Nick Sirianni and the Philadelphia Eagles here, this is a very good team, dude. Now, you say what you want, who they played. listen, they played what was on their schedule. Okay, they played what was on their schedule. They can't help,
I'm just
who they play. I mean, and I get it. Kansas City. You got a good point. With the experience with the Chiefs, they've been to 2 Super Bowls. And so they definitely have the experience advantage here, but they've never played probably a better defense than this one. I mean, they just get to the quarterback. They're guys like Hargrave, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat. And these are beast. They can get to the quarterback. So can Reddick. Could it's kind of like a fourth or a third defensive end. He plays linebacker, but he's big enough to get to that he could play a defensive end, get to the quarterback. Dude, the Chiefs, meanwhile, they offensively, I think we thought at the beginning of the season, I will admit, I had them out of the playoffs. I thought they're done. This thing's over with. They lost Tyreek Hill. No, they just keep doing their thing, and it's made Mahomes a better quarterback. He had 5,280, 5,250 yards passing this year, with really average receivers like Juju Smith-Schuster, Valdez Scanlon, a great tight end in Kelsey. I mean, he did this without Tyreek Hill, and it actually made him a better quarterback because he learned, he had to play with these different weapons, and it just changed his game a little bit. It made him a better passer, he's always been a decision maker, but he's had a good offensive line. His offensive line's a lot better this year. Like Creed Humphrey's one of the best centers in the league. And Trey Smith's I think he's ranked 4th overall, as far as offensive tackles. So top to bottom, the Chiefs are very good, and the experience is there. They've been there. But again, it's going to come down to the trenches, dude. Who, if they can stop Philly, if they can keep Philly from, getting the Mahomes, he's not going to be 100%. He's about maybe 80, 85%. That ankle's still lingering a little bit. But still, I mean, it's going to come down to the trenches for me. What do you think is going to be the key for Kansas City if they're going to pull this win off on Sunday against Philly? What's the key for you, Mr. Schomburg?
For the Kansas City Chiefs to win?
Yeah.
My key is stick to what they've known the past 4 weeks on offense. Don't do what they did in the Super Bowl last year. Don't fold in actually 2 years ago. It just there's one way to beat the defense. Run for your life. All it takes is 1 sack, or for him to break 1 sack and then run. He's the NFL Golden Boy. Any flag that happens to him, Roger Goodell makes sure that goes away.
Okay. Well, that sounds good in theory, but again, this Eagles defense is not only big, but they're fast. They can catch Mahomes. I'm telling you right now, I like the
You're
Eagles.
lucky that Hammy and Jason are in his check, but you just said that.
Who?
I see you're lucky that those band people are in this chat because of that comment. Said big and fast.
Well, speaking of comments, why don't we go to him right now? Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Scott, yeah, he's always first, it seems like. Thanks, Scott. We'll get you a medal for that. Odette, thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it.
At least you gotta go through Facebook and see who it is. Or you gotta say it.
That's right. Alec, don't worry, I'm here. Alec, were you ever worried that he was here?
Bro, the comments he had in North Sports Dynasty is out of pocket. Apparently said that something about red in a dress. Dude seriously needs help. I'm not even gonna comment on that one.
Listen, if the padded walls that he's inside aren't doing it, then I don't know what will. Anthony Handy, you here? I don't see him yet. Go Chiefs. Okay, he's with you. He likes the Chiefs in this game. Sean Spencer,
being
thanks
pretty
for tuning in tonight. What's up, man? Guys, Sean, what's going on, bud? How you doing tonight? Scott says, doesn't Mahomes do State Farm commercials and look at what stadium they are playing in? Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do one. Scott. Sean says, are the Eagles the TCU of the NFL? Alex Schomburg. Oh, that's a question for you. What do you think? Would you call him TCU?
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely would believe in that one. I mean, I've called it all college football season. I was like, sooner or later, TCU is gonna fold. They fell in the national championship, even
And
though
you're
some people
saying,
say, well, they deserve to be there because they made it there. No, they shouldn't have. They
and you're
should have
saying
made.
you're saying the Eagles are TCU then, correct?
If they weren't facing the Chiefs, I would back the Eagles up. But the Chiefs team is just they can turn a 10-yard loss into a 20-yard gain. Patrick
Mhm.
Mahomes plays like it's backyard football out there,
Yeah.
and I doubt he loses his second Super Bowl appearance or third Super Bowl appearance after losing he embarrassed against us 2 years ago. I feel like it's one of those things where Andy Reid gets his revenge against his old team,
Mhm.
prove, hey fuckers, miss me, bitch.
And no, Scott, he wasn't talking about you. He was just talking about Mahomes and the Chiefs there.
No, I
All
don't miss you,
right.
Scott. No, I do not miss you.
Corey Brown, thanks for tuning in, bud. He says Mike Allstott should be in Hall of Fame. Future fullback should allow. NFL sucks. Well, yeah, there's not a lot of fullbacks in the Hall of Fame. Corey, I get what you're saying. Very
Kind of
good
hard to
run.
get to the Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
especially with the upcoming years.
yeah. And I mean, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but you know, that's just me. I mean, he was great. He was fun. He was one of my favorite Bucks players. So yeah,
Did you,
who
you
never
know,
knows?
you know, I'm surprised is not here. Wait, that was Corey Brown.
Yeah, it was Corey Brown. Yeah.
I'm surprised because you're live yesterday. You said about the Magic and they beat Denver. I'm surprised you didn't bring up that.
Mm. Oh yeah. All
That
right.
shot that
So
really surprised me.
Mr. Schomburg,
Surprised
I'm going to give you my prediction here. And I've been weighing at this all week, like you have, you, Alex, and everybody else, and all the people that are watching tonight here on Have at It. I'm going. This is it. There it is. Eagles 30, Chiefs 27. Be a
for a
good game.
second. I thought it was that script that everybody was leaking around saying that they saw the game script. I thought that was that same score for a second. I was like, no way, man, it's put the same score that everybody leaked out, saying that NFL released the script of the game.
Well, this isn't scripted. This is my prediction. It's going to be Philly. They're going to be Kansas City. It's going to be a great game. It's going to go back and forth. I think it comes down to a last play or a last kick. I think it does.
It's going to be Orange Gatorade this year.
Is that what it's going to be? Oh, okay.
So it's really not. It's really not.
Why not? Oh,
And if
who
you're
knows?
seriously
Maybe
betting on if you're really betting on the Rihanna or where is Rihanna's song, please call the number. Call the gambling number if you're really going to bet on Rihanna's song. That's just
well,
like
I like,
props to Andrew and all them, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't bet on a freaking first song because that would be painful as fuck. Just hear like the first part of the song, knowing damn well your shit is fucking lost. But if they
well,
win, I hope they do. But me
yeah.
personally, I just can't do it. I just can't.
Well, Alec, you're like one of Rihanna's songs. You shine like a diamond, man, especially when you make those wonderful. You give out your wonderful thoughts there. Right, but this
Sweet
is my
señorita.
score. Everybody, what's everybody's prediction right now in the comments section? Give me your prediction. Who wins, Chiefs or Eagles? Who wins? Who give me a score? Just tell me who do you guys think will win?
I feel like it's gonna be.
And
I want to say it's like by a field goal. I do agree with that. The whole
Still debating.
I mean, it's not the same score, like the same score, but I do feel like it's like one of those things where they win by a field goal. I really do hope it's whoever team wins is by a field goal, because no one wants to see a Super Bowl where they're up by like 30, and you're just like, well, shit. What's been watching the fourth quarter if it's like 40 to like 20 with like 4 minutes left, so you want to be like entertain the whole game. If I can
Yeah.
get overtime, that'd be nice. You know, a nice Super Bowl overtime. That'd be great. Definitely
Odette
like that.
says, she says, I think the Chiefs will pull it out. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Then, hey.
Wait, I'll be right back. Go drop something off downstairs.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of pulling it out, I think that's probably what my co-host is doing right now. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here, but we will be back in a minute. So, hang tight, guys. Okay. Like I said, we're back here, have at it, episode 9 here. We just took a quick break. Alec is, I don't know what he's doing, but whatever it is, I hope he gets back soon.
Almost there, keep the charger.
I guess Siri's going to take his place for a minute. Let's read some of the comments. Odette says, amen, it better be a great game. Yikes, overtime. We could see an overtime, Odette. We could see that. Like I said, both teams are evenly matched. I don't think you could ask for a better matchup in this Super Bowl. So, I don't want a blowout. I don't want it to be one of those, if a team gets up big early and in the rest of the game, they're just trying to play catch up. I want a good back and forth game. I think the first quarter it's probably gonna be a little slow. Teams are gonna be, a little tight, especially the Eagles, who, really have never been on this big stage before. Some of the players have been there. The Kelsey brothers have been there. Jason and Travis. They've been having fun this week with their podcast. If you listen to those guys, they're fun to listen to. It's been just a fun week, and now it's time to get down to business. I really feel like this is going to be a very good game. You could say what you want about Philly. I mean, Alex said, the schedule was pretty easy for him. Hey, you can't help who you play. I get it. And Kansas City's been there before. They've won a Super Bowl. They've been to 2 of them. So they definitely got the experience. And he is back. Alec, you are so happy. What made you happy while you went downstairs?
Nothing.
Then why are you bouncing around sounding like Richard Simmons there, buddy?
Richard Simmons is wild.
Yes, he was.
That's wild.
Tell you the truth, I don't like either one of them. Wish it was. Odette does not like either one of these teams. Do you like any of these teams, Alec?
No.
I know we're Bucks fans. No? Okay. Yeah.
I don't like them.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Just like Christian McCaffrey and Jamar Chase said, I hope they both lose. Oh, I saw that comment. That shit was funny.
Well, I just don't think they will. Well, you got to have a winner, so we'll see what happens there. All right. Well, we got another comment here. Oh well, I didn't finish my post. Guess it was not meant to be said. No. What were you gonna say, Odette? Just post it up there. Comment anything you want. If you want to talk about me, great. If you want to talk Alec, even better. All right.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Schomburg, let's talk some. Oh wait, we got a score prediction. Your buddy Scott says Chiefs 34, Eagles 31.
It's because he's from Missouri. I think he's from Missouri. I'm not 100% sure.
So the show me state, Missouri. Are you still going to take up his offer?
I'm just guessing because one, he's a Cardinals fan, Rams fan, both Missouri, likes Mizzou. I'm guessing.
And he's got those bed sheets ready for you, like those bed sheets, his pajamas set.
Well, I'm definitely not going to his fucking house.
Okay.
Never. If anything, I'll go to my friend's house in the Ozarks before I even think about going near his area.
Hey, DM me after the show and I'll give you a safe word. Like, if you go over there next time, give you a safe word.
Oh, I feel uncomfortable.
I bet.
I ain't saying my safe word. I'll say it up.
Facebook user not talking Tom Brady either. Well, you know what? You don't have to, but we will. It was announced today, Mr. Schomburg, that he has filed his retirement papers, so it's official. He is retired.
Does that mess up the cap space? Cause I asked it earlier, but I'm not sure because it's
yeah.
It has to be June 1st deadline with that.
Yeah. See, what happened was since he filed the paperwork before June 1st, the Bucks are on they get the $35 million hit on the cap. Now, if you're retired, filed the papers after June 1st, then they could have extended that dead cap space, that dead cap money. They would only have to pay like maybe $11 million this year and then $24 million next year. But since he filed them before June 1st, the Bucks will be getting that $35 million hit against the cap. So in a way, I'm kind of glad because we can get it out of the way now. And then come 2024, we'll have a lot more money. So, and plus the cap space increased. The NFL cap space, it did increase like 18 million, I believe, anyway. So if you really think about it,
spreadsheets. Thank you for returning that shit. Respectfully, keep it there.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. She's Odette. She heard. Yep. And so he won't retire a Patriot. Yep. Because he filed those papers. Once you file them, you're done. So Brady's going to take a year off. Then he's going to go to the booth in 2024. So, like I said, Alec, I'm fine with this move. We'll take the $35 million cap hit. Because again, this is not going to be a Super Bowl team next year. Not really even close to it. Just get it over with now, and then come 2024, then you could start focusing on building the team back up and getting back to where try to get back to where you were, in 2020, 2021. So, are you fine with taking that hit cap-wise, or would you have preferred Brady to file those papers June 1st?
I mean, might as well get out of the way now.
Yeah,
to be honest with you. I mean, it's not like we're like due to have like a great season next year, so it's might as well take the down year.
Yeah,
I mean, we're definitely not going to the playoffs next year. That's like a 70% chance we're not going to the playoffs next year. But
maybe even though the division's pretty bad. I mean, no guarantee that the Saints are going to be better. There's no guarantee the Falcons are going to be better or the Panthers. Well, maybe the Panthers because Frank Reich, now the head coach, they need a quarterback. So Carolina may be the only team that we have to fight for that division. But Odette says, Ben, does the Booth act upset Gronk? No, because Gronk's going to be, he's with the crew on the pregame show. So Brady would be working with Kevin Burkhardt, the number one announced team. So I don't see Gronk, being a third wheel. He'll most likely just work in the pregame show and do stuff like that. So it should be fine. Don't forget Sean Payton is a coach again in the NFL. Lots of laughs. Oh yeah, but he's with Denver, so we're not going to see him until I believe next year, 2024. So I'm not worried about that. He's got a lot to worry about with Russell Wilson and that team. So good luck to Sean Payton there. Let's see. Odette says, thanks for the clarification. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Odette. Well, let's switch gears, Mr. Schauber. Let's talk about some big news in the NBA this week. I mean, there were lots of trades, big trades. Brooklyn, no more. Kevin Durant, Phoenix, Kyrie, Dallas. Who do you think won in the trade deadline? I think it was Phoenix.
This is gonna be weird, but I say the Nets.
Okay.
Because they had Cam Johnson, who was a proven 3-point threat. A three. Mikal Bridges was a runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. Yep. They get a draft pick out of it. Then they have the rising star of Cam Thomas, who stepped up. Kyrie left. Then you have Spencer Dinwiddie on our team. I mean, but for playoffs wise, I feel like the Suns won.
Yeah, I do too.
This is like Chris Paul's chance to get that championship that he's deserved.
Yeah.
Even though KD has like a 3-year deal with them because he has his 4-year contract, he has like 3 years left after this contract after this year. But I feel like this season is all or nothing because you have DeAndre Ayton, you have Kevin Durant, you have a great backcourt in Torrey Craig. They still have Landry Shamet, who's another good player that comes off the bench, and Devin Booker, even though he's still coming back from injury. It's going to take him a few games to get back to how he used to be. But I feel like KD takes his time coming back from injury. They're still in a good spot playoff seeding wise. I feel like if I can get a Mavericks Phoenix Suns playoff series, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
It'd be interesting, yeah. Don't forget too, Alex, the buyout market. Phoenix is definitely going to be looking to try to find another piece to the bench. Because they're going to need some depth because they traded, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and Cam Johnson as well. So they traded a lot of guys. So they're going to look in that buyout market to see if they can add some pieces there. But otherwise, I mean, this team, like you said, this is now or never. I think, Dallas is coming up. They're on the come up. New Orleans is getting better. I know they're struggling a little bit lately, but, they'll be, once they get, some more experience there, they're going to be a tough team to deal with in the Western Conference. So for Phoenix, and you got to remember, like I said, Chris Paul is 38. This may be his last chance. He got a second chance at NBA title life here when they traded for Durant.
Last time, there was like 2 wins away from winning it, and then the Bucks came back and won.
Yeah, that's right.
But I feel like that's their only chance, honestly, in my opinion. But in reality, I'm gonna be biased and say it's him. Like it's like a very like an underdog who won the trade deadline. It's definitely us. I mean, you got Malik Beasley, who's a good. I mean, I'm not saying playoffs because at this point I don't even care about the playoffs. I just want to see how Malik Beasley fits in with us because he was
Yeah.
great with Utah. He was the most underrated player they had on their team. And then you got Jared Vanderbilt, who I don't know why we got rid of Thomas Bryant. That was probably like the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life.
Well, there's a backstory to that. He wanted to leave because he wanted to get some more playing time. So,
Well, dude, he should have sucked it up because
well,
I
it's true.
mean,
I mean,
you're going to freaking Denver, who's gonna fuck up in the playoffs anyways because they have no help.
yeah.
Jokic
Well,
can't do everything the whole 40 minutes. He's just like they did no trade help for him, which
yeah.
basically is a middle finger to Jokic, and because all you have is Jamal Murray, Jokic, and Michael Porter Jr. It's like you're going to a team that's probably gonna get swept in the first round of the playoffs,
They got
in my
Aaron
opinion.
Gordon. They got Aaron Gordon as well. But I'm kind of surprised they trade Bones Highland though. That kind of surprised me. I thought they would keep him, but I guess he wasn't getting as much playing time either, so they sent him to the Clippers. But yeah, I mean, you said the Lakers. It's a good move. I mean, listen, it's the best they can do, with and
And we got rid of the cancer. Two of them.
well, yeah, Westbrook and um, who was the other one?
Patrick.
Beverly, yeah, yeah.
But
But
the crazy part, they got traded to the Magic, and they let him go.
you know what? You know what I'm thinking, dude? Phoenix.
Well,
Patrick Beverly. Think about that. The same guy, he'd be playing with the same guy that he shoved in the back from behind a couple of years ago. Him and Chris Paul would be playing together. I don't know if Phoenix will do it, but I mean, it's an interesting thought. They need some defense. That'd be an interesting pairing there. But I could see Pat Beverly going back to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I could see it. Just because he was there last year, he's a fan favorite.
yeah,
Minnesota.
they won the playoff play-in finals.
Yeah, they celebrated like they won the title as well. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, but back to the Lakers. I mean, it was it was good. It was fine. I mean, you got expiring contracts with D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's a good shooter. That's going to help LeBron. It's going to help AD. But again, it's not going to win a title or come close to it. It's they may win one playoff series, but that's about it. So that's fine. They're in a better place now than they were last week, but it's not a game changer. It just makes them a little bit better, in my opinion. So I just want to read this comment real quick. Odette says, Lou Alcindor is from my neighborhood in New York City. I got to meet him when we were in high school, and yikes, he was tall. Records meant to be broken. Yeah. And by the way, congratulations to LeBron James for breaking the all-time scoring record. That was quite a show. Kareem was there. Everybody was celebrating, drinking big gulps, and what's so funny?
That's definitely not what I was doing.
Oh, okay. Oh, you had a big gulp. Okay, I didn't see that.
No,
But yeah, so LeBron is the all-time leading scorer, man. Congratulations to him. Anthony Davis looked as excited as you are now. So when LeBron hit that last shot.
Did you see his opinions on it? About how he felt about it?
Well, he went and called up LeBron and apologized the next day. Like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. But I don't know.
It was mostly he's like mostly every other Lakers fan. He's like, we're down to the Thunder game, a game we needed to win, and we're here celebrating a record that could have been celebrated after. It's like at that point we're celebrating any accolade he does. It's like there's still a game to be played. They even said before the game they won't stop the game if they're if it's like say like less than like a minute left in the quarter, and if they're down by 6, or if they're down by more than 6, which 2 of them they were those situations. So I'm not sure why they stopped the game. They could have done that after the game.
Well, it is what it is.
It's like
It is
equivalent to
what-
like when Kobe Bryant's last game. Let's celebrate each quarter and be like, yeah, it's our last game. It's like, why celebrate it? Like, there's still a game to be played. It's like you change the whole momentum of the game.
Hmm.
It's just stupid. But I respect the record, but there's still a game to be played.
Well, that's true. Maybe they could have waited till after the quarter ended, but it is what it is. I mean, again, congratulations to LeBron. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow night they got to play the Warriors. That's going to be a primetime game. I'm going to watch a little of it. I mean, I think we'll see how we do with you guys.
I think we'll have everybody for that game. That's when
Yeah.
Jared Vanderbilt,
Beasley, Russell.
Russell, and Beasley, and Bamba play.
Yeah, that's right. That's
do you about the Gary Payton trade?
Yeah, Golden State. Yeah, they got him back. That's a good move.
No, like the trade is possibly gonna get denied because Gary Payton failed his physical.
Ooh.
So they have until Saturday at 4, I think Saturday at 4 o'clock their time, for him to pass the physical for that to go through.
Wow. Ooh, it's not good, man. If because Golden State.
That's all the comments on that. Will they trade KD? He was injured. I was like, I don't get the whole physical thing. I was like I get it. Like if it's like a player hasn't played in like so many odd games, but Gary Payton, hasn't played 2 games prior to that. He was injured. And it's his first like physical. Like he just got cleared the day he got traded. It's like you expect him to be passing a physical that same day.
Right. But by league rules, you have to do that regardless. You gotta take your physical before any trade goes down, because if there is an injury or something, then you have time to change your mind, say, okay, we're not going to trade for that person. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. The NBA is going to be a lot more fun to watch these final 30 games, especially the Western Conference, because again, Phoenix, Dallas, Denver, let's see how they do. Memphis, I mean, they did get Luke Kennard from the Clippers. They got a good shooter, but I mean, not really anything big. And I think Memphis is going to take a step back after these trades.
They haven't really done good since John Morant came out and said that he's fine in the West.
No, we're fine. Yeah.
Are you fine, John? Are you?
Not anymore.
And they're like, I think I'm not sure if they won today. Let me see. I think they did. Yeah, they've won 2 games since that Shannon incident.
That damn Shannon.
That's the only won 2 games since then.
Yeah. Yep.
That's sad.
Oh man. Okay, why don't we switch gears here? Did you watch SmackDown tonight? Did you see any of it?
Yeah, you got go in the group chat and look at Alex's opinion on it. That shit had dying.
Well,
yeah, you gotta hear this. So he put SmackDown while LSD 2 things so far in the first hour. 1, man, are they ever burying Hit Row? 2, Lacey Evans just needs to go, not even getting any responses from the crowd.
Well, first of all, Hit Row is not the same without Swerve Strickland. When he was Isaiah Swerve Scott, he's in AEW now. That's what made Hit Row. Secondly, yeah, Lacey Evans. You repackage her so many times. She's a face. She's a heel. She's a face. She's a heel. I mean, you're confusing the crowd. They don't know who it's a cheer or booer. I thought tonight was good with Sammy, confronting Paul
Did you watch
Heyman.
the ending?
What?
Did you watch the ending?
Yeah, with him and Jay in the back.
Yes.
Like,
Roman Reigns
acknowledged-
saw that Jey Uso and Sami Zayn thing.
Yeah. Yep.
At first, I didn't get it. When he said he saw things that you can't really see live on set. I was like, oh, he saw the confrontation. I thought they were
Yep.
gonna lose titles thing. I thought Jey Uso wasn't gonna show up and they had to forfeit title. Then he showed up. It's just like I feel like I don't know, like they have so much build up for the Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn,
hmm
but I don't see him losing the title at Elimination Chamber. I just don't see it.
Yeah. Odette, good night. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. Yeah. It'll be interesting. We got one more week before the Elimination Chamber. I want to say real quick, everybody. Me and Alec are doing a wrestling show along with Kyle Yacy, Nick Rosario, Alex Loosemore. We're going to do that a week from tomorrow. It's going to be the Elimination Chamber pregame show. We're going to talk about the show coming up, and then we'll have a post Elimination Chamber show, hopefully on Sunday, not this weekend, but the following week. I'm excited about doing this show, and the name of that show, I'm going to call it "Face the Heels," as babyface, heel. Get it? That's what we're going to call it. Can't wait to talk about that. So like I said, next Saturday, the 18th, that's when the Elimination Chamber is, but we're going to be on an hour before that. We'll give our predictions for the show, discuss what's going on, and then that'll be the road to WrestleMania. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But Alec, any final thoughts, and where can we find you at?
You can find me on Thursdays. I won't on NFL Edition, but I won't be on this Thursday because I have work next weekend. But that's usually where you can find me. Occasionally pop up on the Ben Zone, and like Ben said, starting next week we'll have the WWE show. Usually we'll have the pregame before pay-per-view, and then on Sundays you have the recap show. We're not doing it this Sunday because of the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about it.
Good. Yep. So yeah. Again, and then also every Sundays we'll recap the week from Raw, SmackDown. We'll even recap AEW. So yeah, tune in, guys. It'll be on the Ben Zone here on the Ben Zone Facebook group. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight, made the comments. Appreciate it. I cannot wait for the Super Bowl. This is going to be a great matchup. So everybody, whatever you're doing this weekend, enjoy it. Stay safe out there. And we will see you guys next Friday night here on Have At It, episode 10. We'll recap the Super Bowl. We'll talk about some other stuff. Yeah, so with that being said, we're going to say goodnight for the night, and we will see you next week on Have At It. Oh, and by the way, you can catch me also on the NFL Edition every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube, Bucks Report. Actually, I'll be on at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern because, I work obligations. So, yeah. All right.
Forgot your
I got
show
that out of the
tomorrow,
way.
too.
What's that?
You forgot your show for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what's going on tomorrow. But I do the 2-3 Ben Zone. That's the college basketball NBA show. We'll see how busy I am. If I'm too busy, I can always hold it off till next week. But thanks for reminding me on that, Mr. Schomburg. Yeah, so I got that show too. And in the near future, we're going to do a baseball show because that is definitely coming up. I cannot wait. And pitchers and catchers do report in a couple weeks for spring training. So, but we'll talk about that another time. That being said, we are out. Everyone, have a good weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll see you next week.